Hi, my name's Jada Sonica, and welcome to my playthrough of the game The Old City Leviathan. Oh, I should have said the North remembers. Oh my god, that was such an awesome Game of Thrones. I love Arya Stark. She's like the best character. Even if she is a little assassin. But then, you know.
If this final dream before the new is to be trusted, then all life follows the pattern of broken progression. Some call it redemptive history, still others call it galvanization, yet the trajectory is undoubtedly the same. We exist on a familiar shoreline, with the waters lapping at our feet. We look back and see an explored and thus frozen world. Then, as if subconsciously recognizing the need for change, we dive into a prison of even further inactivity. My prison was my only friend, it seems, but even he saw fit to spit me upon a new shore.
Well, I have to say that in the history of my life, I've never met anyone that talks like this. Ever. Not even once. And I've met some rather intelligent people in my life, but I've never met anyone that was that convoluted. I mean, really. It's like, did you stand around with a dictionary when you made this game? The hell is that? I bet they did. What is this? It's a fish. I like these purple flowers. I don't know. I forget what they're called. Well, I don't know what they're called, but they kind of look like a flower I've seen before. Ooh, looks like the ring wraiths are over here. I won't go see what this is. Are the 9 over here? No, it's not. The ring wraiths, chairs. I thought the 9 were sitting over here. Oh, you know what this looks like? Hey, octopuses. I was gonna say it looks like Old Town from Game of Thrones, where Samwell Tarly is right now. Oh, what's it called? The Tower or something? But now there's like octopuses, so maybe it's in the Iron Islands. I don't know. What does this have to say? The one constant between the factions is the distrust in this new world, the world of ideas. Then again, this makes sense given that their ideas are not truly their own. What's most interesting to me is that their ideas are based on essentially nothing, which is by no means a bad thing, if only they could recognize it. They have the same core in Abyss, but the deduction can still function. I understand the need to push their ideas, to make them win out in this abstract world they share with the others, because truth must be compatible with itself. However, once the core is unveiled as void, one cannot be certain that their own ideas are the most fit for for survival. Thus the ideas need to do battle with themselves, and by themselves in the world of the mirrors, the dream. If truth must be compatible with itself, making it singular and unchanging, you need only let your ideas, the ones that you hold dear, exist in the same space, the same dream, as the others that you reject. The mind will never be able to see truth in its fullest extent, but the sea of minds we call humanity will uncover it piece by piece if the ideas are left alone to do their work. Not through violence, rules, activism, or education will the ideas evolve. Only through idealism can the ideas be truly changed for good. A marginal effect, yes, but we must make giant leaps as individuals towards the ideal, knowing that it will result in only a small step for mankind. Because your experience and your individuality is worth nothing in the light of the greater and entirely imaginary Estion. I don't know that word. I guess. You cannot expect the others to take this leap with you. Rather, you can only model that leap for future minds. You can only point in the direction of the ideal, rushing towards it with all your might, knowing that you would never reach it in 1,000 ages. You will never see the dream realized. It is for this reason that this new world is useful beyond escape. Nevith needs only the ideas and nothing more. Nevith? I don't know that word either. I don't know if that is a real word. Not destruction, not legal action, not social reform, and not decay. Nevis only needs the ideas and the ideas alone. You need them as well, and you must resist the urge to sail into oblivion, to tarnish. Rather sail into discovery. Sail to a world where your ideas die and new ones take their place, so you can bring back your findings to the world, to Nevis, and enjoy their fruits. Trust stupid ideas will die. Stupid ideas to die with stupid people. Jonah. So sailing into oblivion is going to tarnish, and Nineveh? Is it supposed to be Nineveh? Is it the world? Is that what they're calling the world? This world? That's a cool effect. Nice. Huh. The reflections of the windows are actually there. That statue is pretty creepy, I have to say. So, oh my. So this is the old city? Okay, you're looking at the giant statue, dude. But you're a statue yourself. I can't leave. I want to leave, but I cannot. I'm guessing that those people over there are also statues. So my question is, if my person could live over here, where there's obviously birds, which means that there's also insects, and seeds, and worms, and all of the things that would be required to just sustain a population of of birds, then that means that there's also life. Sustainable life. Am I stuck? No. So why would they choose to live in a sewer? Is that because that's where the typewriter was, and they didn't have the brains to... It's just weird. Pick up the typewriter and take it with them?
I do miss Leviathan. It wasn't his fault that I was a parasite. But was he necessary at all? After being cast out, was devolution in his stomach the appropriate next step? Why couldn't I have simply washed ashore to the old city?
Aren't I in the old city? That's some crazy crap. Is there God? Is that their God or something? Okay, that the other way is back the way I came. Did this culture worship minotaurs? Because that's a pretty big statue of a minotaur if it doesn't mean anything to them in terms of being a god. And why are the people statues?
Perhaps Leviathan existed for me to discover him, even if that which I explored was my prison. Perhaps I simply needed to see the stagnation before evolving.
And again, who lit the candles? It's a creepy thought. What if they're not really statues? What if they're really people? What if they're alive? That'd be creepy. Wouldn't that mean that's alive, though? Boop, boop, boop. I like this architecture.
When I was a child, I was given a rowboat. I wanted to sail, so the universe built me a galleon. How unfortunate that, when I got older, I no longer wished to explore.
Belief deduction. Guess I went the wrong way. Doop, doop, doop. This is really pretty architecture. If I was in the water, I'd say they were mimicking the Colossus of Rhodes. More books. And more candles. To be infinitely practical. To have enough either tallow or wax to make all of these candles, there would have to be a very large agricultural center somewhere. Not too far away. Because if they're tallow candles, you would have to have cows. So you could render the fat to make the tallow. Hey! This is that hallway from before. If there were beeswax candles, you'd have to have beekeepers.
I am going to explore again. I'm going to board my vessel and sail into an unknown world to dream all the more. I'll leave this dream behind to feel the sand of other shores in my hand and let it loose as I travel inward towards newness. First, however, I'll make one last dive into abyss.
Frozen people again. I wonder if they're supposed to be my character's parents. Fireplace is gone. What was it? Guild, unknowing, and something else. Forgot already. All the pretentious notes have just muddled my brain.